Hey guys, so my name is Mary Ward. I am the Assistant Professor of Graphic Design at MSU Northern, and I am going to be teaching you this class this summer. This is actually the first time I've taught it during the summer. I have taught it online before, but not in the 5-week format, so it's going to be a little different, but I think it should be just fine, and we should have quite a bit of fun, hopefully. This is kind of a creative course. Hopefully you guys will have fun with it. It's not a hard writing class or anything like that. So it should be a pretty interesting course for you to take. So hopefully you enjoy yourself. So it's going to be 3 credit hours. This is my phone number, so you can text me if you need anything. This is the fastest way to get a hold of me. And do include your name in the text if possible, so that I know who is texting me. You can email me as well. It's just not going to be quite as fast as texting me. So this is my normal mary.ward@msun.edu, or you can email me within Brightspace. Either will work. You can try doing both if you want, but a text is going to be definitely the fastest way. So let's go over the course description, just kind of a quick synopsis of what the course will be about. It's basically a journey into the concepts, techniques, media, terms, principles of design and elements of art used by artists of the past and of today. We'll be discussing art from all around the globe to better understand how art shapes culture. And students should expect to learn the processes and techniques used by artists. And you should expect to learn how to critique, historical or modern works of art, and should be able to identify and discuss some of the geological and historical contexts of certain works at least a basic level. And you should be able to identify definitely the elements of art and the principles of design used in a work of art. We're going to spend a lot of time on that. So with the skills learned from this course, you should be able to critique, understand, and appreciate art from different time periods and geographic locations. So here are the course materials. You might want a notebook to take notes with. That is, if you are watching the lecture videos, which I suggest you do. It's a little bit time consuming, I guess, but it's definitely something you could turn up and listen to and not necessarily watch, although it would probably be a good idea to look at the slides, at least briefly. But it's definitely something you could do while you were making dinner or something, as long as you had your iPad or something on the counter, occasionally glancing at the work that we're talking about. I think that would help reinforce the reading for you guys. So you can read and watch the lecture video and then take the quiz. So that notebook would come in handy, if you were watching the lecture videos. It just depends on how you want to do it, really. So here's the book, the 12th edition by Patrick Frank, Preble's Art Forms. The publisher is Pearson. This is the print ISBN number here. Oops. And this is the e-text ISBN number. And it is the 12th edition. The copyright year is 2019. So make sure you get the 12th edition of this book. If you don't, you could probably still get by. It just might be a little bit more confusing for you. And there might be some sections of the book that are completely left out that might be covered in the quiz. So it's definitely a good idea to get the 12th edition. And luckily it is a couple years old now and it's getting cheaper. I think the e-text is available on vitalsource.com. Let's see, do I have that right here? So for around $40 off of vitalsource.com. So, that is definitely a place that you could get the book. But the cover looks like this. I did include a picture of the cover because I know some people are more visual and they need to have a picture of the cover to really be able to make sure that they're getting the correct book. So grades will be based on the following. So quizzes are 30%, so a pretty good chunk of your grade. So definitely take reading seriously because the quizzes are based on the reading and the lecture videos as well. So the lecture videos are available to those that don't really have great reading skills or reading comprehension. You can definitely read and watch the video, and that'll help you do better on the quiz. Exercises, assignments, discussions, or projects, mini projects, 40%. So that really makes up the biggest portion of your grade. So keep in mind, that the assignments that I assign to you are going to be worth a large chunk of your grade. And then we have kind of 2 papers. Basically, they're kind of projects, I guess is what I call them. Visit an artist gallery or an artist studio project, and that's worth 15% of your overall grade for the course. So definitely worth a lot of your grade. And then the public art project is another one that is worth 15% of your overall grade for the course. So those 2 projects are going to be really important, obviously. So definitely keep that in mind. So here's the schedule for the course. Week 1, we have each week of the course is divided into 2 modules. So module number 1, we have the dates here, June 7th through the 9th. We're going to do chapter 1 and chapter 3. We're skipping chapter 2, so don't be weirded out that chapter 2 is not in there. Module number 2, June 10th through June 13th, we're going to do the principles of design. Then week 2, we'll start module 3, June 14th through the 16th, and we'll do evaluating art. Module 4, June 17th through the 20th, drawing and painting, chapter 6 and 7. And then this is where that visit an artist studio or art gallery project, this is where it will be due at the end of week 2, probably on June 20th, I believe. That's the Sunday. And then week 3, module 5 and 6, so we'll do chapter 8, 9, 10, and 11 in week 3. And there will be due dates within the content area of each of these modules within the online course shell, so you'll just have to keep checking Brightspace every day. And we are going to be covering a lot of territory, so week 4, chapter 12, 13, and 14. And then the public art project will be due at the end of week 4, probably July 4th, if that's the Sunday. That ends the week 4. And then so week 5, we're just going to do 2 chapters. So week 5 is definitely going to be the lightest week. The last week, we're going to be probably kind of ready to be done. So I usually design my courses, the end of my courses, to be a little bit lighter than the beginning. So that's why there's only 2 chapters in week 5. Most of the other weeks have at least 3 or 4 chapters that you'll have to read and take quizzes on and do assignments and things like that. So it's going to be, condensed, but definitely doable. So here's the letter grades. They're basically standard grade scale. Just remember, some people don't know this, that D's are not passing grades in college. They used to be when I was going to school, but not anymore. You have to get a C- or better to pass this course. So we'll go over your student responsibilities. They're pretty basic. Check Brightspace daily, maybe multiple times a day, obviously. Read the announcements. Read through the tasks outlined in the modules. So week 1 through week 5. And you have to go into the content area of the online course to find week 1 through week 5. And, complete your chapter readings every week, take your quizzes every week, complete any additional assignments, which will be outlined in the modules in a timely manner. Remember, you have 2 major projects for this class, which are in the schedule above, the public art project and the visit an artist studio or art gallery project. And you'll need to be kind of working on those throughout the semester. So don't fall behind, because it's very difficult to catch up once you've fallen behind. Reading the book and completing the quizzes takes up 30% of your grade, makes up 30% of your grade in this class. So make sure you take reading seriously. I will also provide you with lecture videos, like I had mentioned earlier, that you can watch. These help reinforce the reading. So reading is still required, so you will need a book. Since I don't cover everything in the chapter in my lecture videos, so in order to get everything from the chapter, you'll have to read. But the lecture videos definitely go over a lot of the more interesting and main points from the chapter. So it's also your responsibility. I just try to remind students of this. It's your responsibility to ask questions if you're confused on something. Emailing me or texting me works well. Texting me is the fastest way to get a hold of me. And include your name in a text, please. So late assignments are accepted, but they will be cut down a letter grade for being tardy. And then every week that passes, your grade will drop another letter grade. So just remember, it becomes really inconvenient and also confusing for me to grade late assignments, especially if everyone in the course is late with their work. It just gets really confusing for me and hard. So it's really nice for me to grade an assignment that's been turned in on time, so I'm not having to track down a lot of missing work. So attendance, obviously there's no attendance necessary for this course because it's online. If you need to, you can request a WebEx meeting with me if we're just not able to communicate effectively over the phone through text or email, or even talking on the phone. You can talk to me on the phone too. Just shoot me a text or an email and we can set up a time to meet via WebEx or Zoom if you want to do that. So the academic integrity and misconduct, code is right here. Accessibility statement. Jonna Antonich, she's the student accessibility coordinator for MSU Northern. She's located in Cowan Hall. Here's her number and her email for those that might need help because of a disability. Tutoring Central, tutoring at msun.edu. Brightspace technical support. These guys are great. They can help you with any of the Brightspace questions you might have. Jason Gear in the Office of Teaching and Learning Excellence. Here's his email and his office phone number. I guess I should put 406 on that. But yeah, he's great. He's in Cowan Hall. If you're in town, you can go visit him whenever. He's super helpful. So hopefully this is a good video for you guys. Another thing that I kind of wanted to show you in this video is I would like you to go into the course shell and go in here. Sorry, I'm not in the right one, but I will get into the right one. Oops, I'm in the wrong one still. This isn't the correct one. This is the one I taught this spring. So this is the correct one. So go in here. The best thing for you guys to do really is to come up here to your profile name here and go to notifications and actually add in your text, your phone number, so that you can get text messages, especially for the announcements. So SMS means texting. So this will be an instant notification if I post in the announcements area. So definitely check these two boxes so that if I have an announcement, that's where I'm going to be putting really important information that might come up suddenly. So like if I'm sick or something, or if something changes suddenly, the announcements will be where I do that. So if you check these two things, you will get a text message of the announcement. And then you'll know to either go check Brightspace or you can just read it in your text. If you want, you can go ahead and check all of these boxes. So that you know when something is graded, when a content item is created, those kinds of things. And then you just have to save it. So definitely put your number in here, your phone number, daily. You can even put what time you receive those, maybe in the morning or at the end of the day, if you want them all at one time. But anyway, make sure you at least check the announcements ones here off to the right here and under SMS, so you get a text message, because most of you have mobile phones and it's really the best way to do it. All right, well, I look forward to working with you guys this summer and I'll talk to you soon.